Hello children, welcome to Wondercom. Today we will discuss some important reactions or chemical reactions of metals. So before going for the reaction, I would like to remind you about activity series that we discussed in our last video. Activity series. In this series, metal are arranged as per their reactivity, means decreasing reactivity. So I am just writing some metals in between hydrogen, then suppose copper, silver, gold, platinum. The reactivity decreases as we move down the list. So these are more reactive metals, and these are the least reactive metals or the noble metals. So first we will start with the reactions of metals with oxygen. So as per the activity series, the most reactive metals like potassium, sodium, calcium, they vigorously react with oxygen to give their respective oxides. So in ordinary room temperature also, these metals, they react oxygen very readily to give the oxide. For an example, if we take sodium, so sodium oxide is formed. So similarly for potassium, it also give you potassium oxide, and so also for calcium. So in ordinary temperature, and these oxides are very unstable and they react with the moisture present in that atmosphere to give hydroxide. Sodium oxide gives sodium hydroxide, or potassium hydroxide will potassium oxide will give potassium hydroxide. So for that reason, for this these metals are kept under kerosene always, otherwise they will react with the oxygen or the moisture from the atmosphere, and they violently react. However, the metals like your magnesium or aluminium, zinc, or iron or lead, these are in this least activity series. They also react, but the reaction is very slow, and rather they need this reaction need heating for the reaction to carry out. So magnesium, if you'll see magnesium, so it has to be burnt. The magnesium tape or the ribbon has to be burnt in oxygen to give magnesium oxide, which is a white color, as along with a very white dazzling flame during the burning of magnesium tape. Okay, it is coming out that white color flash. So one interesting fact of this magnesium, burning of magnesium in oxygen, I would like to share with you. So nowadays built-in flash cameras are available to take photo in dark, isn't it? But in earlier time, flash worked with flash powder from which contains the magnesium grains. So these magnesium grains has to be lit by the hand of the photographer, and it burnt very brightly, and for a very short span of period to take the photo in the dark. So isn't that interesting of this dazzling light which is coming out when the magnesium is burnt in presence of oxygen? So it was utilized before. Previously it was utilized. Metals like zinc and aluminium or iron, they also react with oxygen, but the reaction takes place when there is strong heating. So these metals are heated strongly with oxygen to carry out the reaction. So zinc will give zinc oxide. Similarly, aluminium will give this aluminium oxide, Al2O3. So here you will see this is 4, this is 3, this is aluminium oxide, this is zinc oxide, and here strong heating. heating. Generally we put a triangle mark for the strong heating. St I am writing for strong heating. So these reactions are, and similarly for iron also, Fe2O3. This is known as your ferric oxide. Okay, so this is ferric oxide. These are the reactions. So some more reactions also you can try from the activity. And the metals from potassium to this copper, then in between mercury is there, silver, till silver, they react with oxygen, but silver directly it won't react with oxygen, but in presence of oxygen it reacts with sulfide to give a dark color. This sulfide of silver, which generally we call it tarnishing of silver. This is a very common sight of silver articles. After some times you will find one black color tarnishing over the surface of the silver articles. So that is due to the formation of this so I'll just write the equation. This is, as I told you, silver in presence of the sulfide, hydrogen sulfide, oxygen. So reaction I am writing below. So the reaction will be silver sulfide plus water. So I am just doing the balancing the reaction. So carefully you check whether I have balanced or not. If I have not done any balancing of any reactions, you please do the balancing. This is the silver sulfide, which is black in color. So just have a look of the tarnishing of silver in different articles. So as per the activity series, almost all metals up to the silver, they react with oxygen. So up to copper they reacted, that we saw, and silver, that is the tarnishing of silver we saw. It is not reacting with oxygen. As well as this gold and platinum, these are the noble metals, they won't react. Let me then discuss about the nature of the metal oxides which are formed. Generally these metal oxides are basic in nature, and most of these basic oxides are insoluble in water, but few metal oxides are soluble, like your sodium oxide, potassium oxide, etc., and it will form the respective metal hydroxide. This is your aqueous, this is your liquid, this is liquid. So this is your solid. So we have to balance it. So this is your sodium hydroxide, and these hydroxides which are formed are highly alkalis, and they turn your red litmus to blue. So sodium oxide, potassium oxide, calcium oxides, they are soluble in water, they form alkalis. However, magnesium oxide is partially soluble in water and forms very weakly alkaline magnesium hydroxide. Because these oxides are basic in nature, so they react with acid to form salt and water. Let's see some reactions. So if we take your sodium oxide, it has to react with acid to form a salt, sodium chloride and water, because this is basic in nature or base, and it reacts with acid to form sodium chloride and water. So similarly for other oxides also, they will behave like base, But certain metal oxides like your zinc oxide or aluminium oxide or lead oxides, they behave both as a base or as well as acid. So acid as well as base. So such type of behavior shown by certain oxides, and these oxides are known as your amphoteric oxides. Amphoteric oxides. So that means they react both with acid as well as base to give salt and water. Let's have a look of this reaction. So let's take zinc oxide as a base. So it should react with acid to form the salt zinc chloride plus water. So this is balanced. So this is your base and this is acid. When this zinc oxide will behave as an acid, that means it will react with the base to give again salt plus water. The salt is your sodium zincate plus your water. This is I am writing sodium zincate. Zincate, and let me balance this one. 2. So zinc oxygen, and this is balanced. So this is sodium zincate. So similarly you can try for aluminium oxide, where you will get your aluminium chloride. When it reacts with HCl, this is the salt, and you will get sodium metaluminate or simply sodium aluminate when the aluminum oxide reacts with sodium hydroxide. You please do these reactions on your own. So I would like to tell you the oxides of another metal, like chromium, which forms two oxides like chromium 3 as per its oxidation state, chromium 3 oxide, that is your Cr2O3, and your chromium 6 oxide, that is CrO3. So in such case the lower valent oxide, this is the lower valent oxide, and this oxide behave as a base. So let me see the reactions for this. So if Cr2O3 behaves like a base, so it would react with your HCl and acid to form the salt chromium chloride plus water. Let me balance this. So, and when then if the lower valence oxide is a base, then the higher valence oxide definitely it will act as your acid, isn't it? So this chromium 6 oxide act as an acid, so it will react with the base to form salt, that is your sodium chromate, CrO4 plus water. So this is your sodium chromate 344, and this is just do the balancing also, you just do it for this is your work, you just balance this equation. So apart from these, I would like to share some important information or application of this metal oxides. So you know rusting of iron. This is also an application of your oxide. and due to the formation of iron oxide. Let's see. So when actually the iron particle come in contact with moisture and oxygen, so hydrated ferric oxide is formed, so which is the rust. So when iron react with your oxygen as well as your moisture, it will form Fe2O3. This is your hydrated ferric oxide. Hydrated ferric oxide, this is nothing but your rust. Okay, so just have a look of the picture of this rusting of iron or the certain articles, how they are getting deteriorated due to the formation of this iron oxide or rust. Another application of this metal oxide is anodizing. Have you ever come across this word anodizing? This is nothing but oxide, metal oxide coating, actually coating, and this is the oxide coating, and this is done for metals like non-ferrous metals like aluminium. So actually this is the technique to convert the metal, the upper surface of the metal into its oxide. So if it is an aluminium metal, then it will be converted to aluminium oxide, and the coating is very uniform, and it covers the whole surface of the metal, so that the metal can be protected from further deterioration or destruction. So to prevent corrosion, generally such type of coating is done for metal like aluminium. So this is carried out for aluminum articles, and you might have observed in some anodized cooking utensil at your home. So if not, I'll just show you some pictures so you will get the idea of anodizing. Behavior shows the contrasting characteristics of this metal oxide, different metal oxides, of course. So the oxides of iron in one hand is destroying or the deteriorating the iron metal, whereas the oxides of aluminium, it is protecting the metal from further corrosion, and we are utilizing this oxiding metal oxide coating for protecting the metal. So this is not only for aluminium but also for nickel, chromium, lead. For such metals, such type of techniques are applied to protect the metal for the corrosion or deterioration. So this is all about the reaction of metal with oxygen, and different terms, the corrosion or anodizing, or the tarnishing of silver. So I hope you might have understood all these terms. So thanks for watching this video.